What's up, everybody? Recently, we had the Type 63 pop up as a close range SMG. That got nerfed in the mid-season reloaded update, but the DMR actually got a recoil buff, which ended up being the big problem when they nerfed the DMR, was that the recoil was a little too strong for it to really be viable. And so they actually buffed the recoil. They didn't call it a buff, they didn't call it a nerf, they just said it was changed, but it was definitely a buff. The recoil was definitely less severe, especially if you're in control of aim assist. And so it got me wondering, hey, is this back? Well, the following day, they actually nerfed the damage, and I was like, well, let's still see how it is. This thing in the mid-range and the short range is an absolute monster, so I wouldn't recommend it as the long-range option that it once was back in its heyday, but I do recommend trying it out as both an SMG like the Type 63 and as a sniper support. I found them both working really well. It's very similar to how the Type 63 was just a couple weeks ago, and it's really dominant up close. I'll jump over to JGOD's spreadsheet in a second to show you that, but this thing is an absolute beast up close. Iceman Isaac the other day was running this as his close range and dropped 33 in solos. This thing, for now, until it probably will get nerfed again, is ridiculously broken up close with just a headshot mixed in. But we'll go over to JGOD's spreadsheet to show you that, and then I'll come back to Warzone and we'll show you the couple different loadouts that you can run for it. So let's go ahead and go over to JGOD's spreadsheet. Okay, so we are on JGOD's spreadsheet now, and as you can see on the left side of the screen, he has the TTK chart for the DMR. He has the 2 yellow boxes, which is what changed because the damage changed, and that was like upper torso damage that they nerfed. And so there's no other changes to it since the most recent update happened, except for that second little damage update, and he obviously is not going to be able to quantify recoil on here. So you can see the only changes came in those two TTK boxes. And if you look, if you get all headshots, it's a 256 TTK in its closest range, and that goes on for infinity. There's no damage drop off for headshots. With chest shots, there's one damage drop off. It's a 641 past 19 meters, which is very fast, very competitive. And then there is the 513 up close all chest shots, which again is competitive, not crazy broken, but then when you look below is where it gets broken. One headshot, it only takes 4 shots to kill. It's 385 milliseconds. It's like among the fastest close range TTKs that you can get. And even long range, if you hit 2 headshots, you get that 385. And 1 headshot, you get that 513, which is very fast time to kill, very broken. It's a very good gun up close. And if you scroll down to JGOD's close range spreadsheet, you'll see right here with 1 headshot, it's 385 in the 10 to 15 meter range, 385 in the 0 to 10 meter range. And there's nothing that touches it. If you get 1 headshot, because the Type 63 was nerfed, now the titanium barrel DMR has taken its place, and even 1 headshot outside of 15 plus meters, 385, and there's just nothing that can do that. Even without headshots, it's 513, which as you can see is still pretty competitive. I mean, 553 for the Fennec, 475 for the AS Val. 602 for the Modern Warfare MP5, even 552 for the Psychov, the Tech 9's 547, and so on. So it's still very good up close. Even without headshots, it's very competitive. You throw in the headshots, and it's absolutely broken. So let's go ahead and get back into Warzone, and I'll show you the loadouts for that. Okay, and there's a couple different ways to run this DMR. First of all, especially if you're doing close range, I run the suppressor because unlike when you run the suppressor on like ARs and it actually hurts bullet velocity, or damage range, you actually get help with bullet velocity. And the damage range isn't too important if you're running this as a close range. So when you're running this close range, definitely go with the silencer. Because the SMGs have such fast ADS speeds, you do need to speed up the ADS, not slow it down. And the silencer actually speeds up the ADS, even though that doesn't make sense. And the agency actually hurts your ADS. So we're going to go ahead and go with the silencer. And from there, you have to go titanium barrel because that's the fastest fire rate. And now it starts to be kind of up to you. If you're good with 20 rounds is enough to down an entire team, just not thirst people. So especially on Rebirth early in the game. 20 is a little iffy because people have self. But if you run 20, the way I would run this for up close is I go Bruiser Grip for movement speed and hip fire accuracy. Then I go Tiger Team Spotlight for movement speed and aim walking move speed. And then because it's because it needs to compete in ADS speed, then you have to go airborne elastic wrap or serpent wrap. I go airborne elastic wrap. It's the fastest ADS you're going to get, and I don't like to ADS walk around corners. The other option here is remove Tiger Team and pick your favorite stock. I like Raider stock, but it's going to be more than likely combat or Raider stock. I like to help the sprint to fire time, so Raider stock ends up being my choice. And this is the way I've mostly been running it up close. I found good success with it. The only change I might have here, if you don't like the ammo, is I would go to 30, because 30 doesn't help your, it doesn't hurt your ADS. You can go jungle mag, and it does help you reload quicker, but I would rather have the 10 bullets and not need the reload. So you can run it that way if you are worried about ammo. If you want to run it long range, I would switch this to Field Agent foregrip. You're going to have to drop the airborne elastic wrap, go 30 rounds, and then go with the 3 times. And this is how you can run it long range. You can run it long range. Just make sure you're hitting your shots, and this thing has a really good time to kill. It's a little hard to hit your shots as well as you can with like a QBZ, Fair, or Stoner. But this thing does kill fast. And then also to make it long range, you go Agency Silencer. You can go Suppressor because bullet velocity matters more than damage range. But to help with the damage range, I do like to go for that for long range. And then last build, Sniper Support. I definitely think you need to go 2 times sight, quick dot, Hawksmoor, whatever you prefer. I was running with the quick dot. I liked it with the quick dot. Sniper Support, I would go 30 rounds to make sure you hit your shots. Field Agent foregrip Titanium. This is how I would run it. If you're not too concerned with recoil, I'd probably do that as Bruiser Grip. Or, once again, you drop ammo for Sniper Support, go airborne elastic wrap. And those are kind of your options depending on how you want to run this. I would recommend this more as Sniper Support or SMG, where it performs really well. It starts to suffer at long range just because it's not going to be as consistent as the no recoil ARs that you can run. And it's not like a sniper where 1 or 2 shots and you're downing and killing people. But that's the return of the DMR for you. I definitely think this thing fits into a meta until it gets nerfed. It's just not really fitting in a long-range meta. But if this was a helpful video for you, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. I will have JGod's spreadsheet linked down below as well as my social medias. But I will see you in Verdansk on Rebirth Island. Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.
Enemy solid back
Moving here. Threat down. We are all in the safe zone. One's mine. Hostile target.
We got quite a few guys at prison.
Enemy team is tracking your location. UAV overhead. Friendly UAV overhead.
God. I saw him in
2 ghosted down here as well.
What?
Closing in.
Good. Oh shit. They got a freaking. What? What up? They're doubling up in there. They got a freaking. They got a trophy up in there.
they're just sitting in the corners. Yeah.
One drop. It's shield.
Transmitting coordinates for airstrike.
This is Striker 3-1, good copy. Strike inbound.
Enemy
Lethal
sentry.
out.
No fucking shacks outside. One in the shack. Yeah, two guys in the shack.
Back, no joy.
I just broke one. Careful, Joe. Shit.
Target removed.
Took what was yours and made them pay for it.
We'll come back out after this. Enough fixing class.